alongside Poulin and Stacy. Just one example of the many changes coming into this final exhibition game.
Oh, and interesting, right? I really liked Malte in the middle on that second line. I thought that her and Gardner and Villiers did a nice job. It's surprising to me that Gardner has dropped to the fourth line, Kens.
Gardner on that fourth line, rounding things out with O'Neill and Brianne Jenner. No Serdachny tonight for Canada. Nicole Gosling as well. As for the Clark into the corner for Coyne Schofield, who reverses it down low for Kelly Panic, coming off a multi-goal game. Clark looks for a centering feed point. Schofield straight on it. Steckline keeps it in, and on net, Dave challenging save. Panic high and hard. A great relief after it. Kayla Barnes, just 26 years old, has already played in 2 Winter Olympics. Desbiens chased by Skimura, coming off a strong game. Another loose puck, Comfort swings for it. The whistle sounds.
Why wouldn't you?
It's working, right?
Why wouldn't you? You put up 20 goals and you've allowed 6 against. I think I'd be doing the same thing as well.
And you have to think of your team, Canada, that Wednesday night loss. In a way, it's just a wake-up call. Shot on net, and Marie-Philippe Poulin, University of Minnesota. And North Vancouver's fast draws it in. Looking near side, Primarano will pinch. Back down low. Turnbull leaves it to the far side. Fast takes her time out in front off the pad. Kramer heads net front with Team Canada. Thompson into the corner. Heisey working in along the boards. Layla Edwards taking her time. Thompson delays, leaves it back for Sarah Fillier. Leads Canada in point production. A high and hard shot.
Some nice sustained pressure.
Won't be lost too in that 10-4 score. And just looking at it, was their push in the second period. Some great late scoring, 2 goals in 54 seconds, but it wasn't enough as Stacy unloads into the blocker of Aaron Franco.
Period, as you mentioned, you make the push, you get within 2, you have a power play, and you're unable to capitalize or create any momentum off of it. So the lines are in a blender. I want to see who can play with this kind of pressure.
Who can elevate their game right now, early on an international break in the PWHL. The Euro Hockey Tour also going on at this time in Finland. Sarah Fillier looking up for Gosling. Shot just wide. Shelton keeps it in. Ella Shelton from Ingersoll, Ontario finds Fillier off the boards. Edwards pins her, gains a hold of this puck. Watts steals it back to the backhand. Franco with a big stop. To be in the record books, looking to be the youngest since Marie-Philippe Poulin when she was 18 years old, making her Olympic debut back in 2010. Poulin off the boards, looking for a tip in front. Megan Keller looking on the attack through center, loses control of it. Malte hopes to generate something off of this. Finds the blue line for some time now, but looking to make their Olympic debuts in Milan. Edwards gets by Jenner, draws it in. Nice fake by Layla Edwards, trying to finish the job. Desbiens sprawls out in time. To glove on the ice. Janicki will go and pick it up. Carpenter battling hard along the boards as Gardner trying to use the glass to flip this puck out. Carpenter tonight trying to tuck it just in behind Desbiens' shoulder. A great look for Hilary Knight in this first period.
And it starts with Layla Edwards, right? Just walking down and making that play, and now it's the same pressure.
Heisey to Edwards, she gets it off, but Desbiens makes the save.
Thinking about what that's going to look like, whether you're going with a heavy line, whether it's all finesse. So many things to think about.
Canada's most dominant victory against USA, 19%. But for Canada, to work they go. USA, Hilary Knight, a chance here, stopped by Desbiens. And for Keller on net, stopped by Jocelyn The Rock. Keller will keep it in. Poulin in the box for Canada. Bilka taking her time. Down low, walking up high, tried for the shots. Ambrose taking.
In the past, we've called it the power kill, but they've been reunited.
Short-handed, here comes Emily Clark, playing Turnbull with her. Clark driving wide, drops it off for Turnbull. Sellerton's Turnbull lets it go, blocked by 44 seconds remaining on USA's first power play of the game. O'Neill wins this face-off. Leads it back, Caroline Harvey. Finds Kirsten Sims, mishandle. O'Neill looking for Stacy. Sims trying to track this puck, it's still loose. Harvey comes out with it. Sims settles. Not enough for Laura Stacy. Stacy drags, shot, and stopped by Frankel. Out comes Poulin. We're back to 5-on-5. USA landing one shot on their opening power play. Stacy working down low with Renata Fast. Kelly Panic steals it, gets tripped up along the boards, which gives him.
Well, and Malte had Carolyn Harvey right up in her grill there, just trying to close quickly, only allowing that pop to the middle of the ice.
Harvey flips it over to Joy Dunn, then stopped up by the lines.
He's going to go back to the duo here in Clark and Turnbull.
Hillary has the most penalties throughout this rivalry series as she heads back to the box. Hillary Knight off the face-off. Desbiens was ready.
Jocelyn Larocque there to be able to get that shot off.
To the blue line, Keller walks the line, finds Layla Edwards. Edwards down low for Hillary Knight, back to Edwards. Keller calls for it, Layla Edwards just lets it go. Edwards, who had her own homecoming, playing in Cleveland, Ohio over the course of this rivalry series. Carpenter takes her time to the slot. Knight, Keller has a lane, she takes it. Stopped by Amber and Desbiens.
Forwards here, back to Turnbull and Clark.
Janicki reverse pass to Abby Murphy. Harvey working it up high with Abby Murphy. Draws in. Murphy looking for a better option. She opts for the shot. Janicki first on it in the corner. Trying to get the inside lane to Claire Thompson. Izzy collides into the boards. Turnbull breaks free. In comes Blair Turnbull shorthanded. Turnbull has Jakes. Turnbull on net. Frankel, another hard. It's in Coyne Schofield, who had a great goal on Wednesday night, gets tied up with Renata Fast. And the play will continue on.
Yeah, no call there.
Chloe Primerano breaks 1-on-2. Primerano, toe saved by Frankel. Loose puck in the corner. Lacey Eden looks to shovel it ahead. Jakes with a shoulder check. Finds Shelton in neutral ice. Ella Shelton has Watts with her. Daryl Watts draws in. Stopped by Frankel again.
Finds a way in transition, recognizing she's got two coming to her. And that's a quick transition play that leads to this offensive zone draw.
Ella Shelton walks the line. Finds Watts on net off of toe and into the corner. Everything. Haley Wynn moves things ahead for Zumwinkle. Skimmer first on it in the corner. The far forward. Looks for some bodies, finds Coffer, blocked by Sophie Jakes. Heisey first on it in the corner. Vilka collides with Ambrose. Heisey to the blue line. USA up high, Edwards, dangerous, off the shot, trickles in front, Desbiens gets taken down, draws a penalty.
Because she wasn't sure where the puck was, it kind of just hit her. So Canada to the power play here with 41 seconds remaining.
Canada scored a power play goal in each one of the rivalry series games this year. Another shot from the blue line. Look
in the zone and set up your options.
Another face-off at center ice, looking for the loose puck. Stacey wins it off. Into zone, Laura Stacey. Out front, backdoor stop by Erin Frankel. Stacey to Daryl Watts. And Frankel closes the door. 140 seconds to go on this power play, and Frankel makes another into the corner. Stacey rolls off her check. Poulin has some room down low for Stacey. Wynn and Stacey into the corner. Fast has some time, finds Watts in the slot now. Shot stopped by Frankel. Looking
boards and wants to be the first one to get it in a nice, beautiful puck movement to get a high danger look.
Out comes Izzy back to 5-on-5. Canada landing 3 shots on the power play. Down in the corner. Carpenter to Harvey. Smooth skating defender. Looks down low and a hit in front. Popped right back. Board battle underway. Knight looking for Carpenter.
Interesting. Rovalesky's yelling, take the whistle.
Barnes to Carpenter. She has a lane. He tries for the shot. It's stopped by Ambrose. Looks for Jakes along the blue line.
Interesting here. John Rovalesky's just yelling at his players. He's calling them off. And
a long shift for USA. Shelton looks for it on net. The puck's loose. Carpenter
gets her stick on that puck.
Harvey will go for a much-needed change. Kelly Panic breaks her stick on the play. She'll take one from the bench, and back in play she'll go. Harvey finds Steckline. Out in front is Desbiens.
Play, so we play on here at 5-on-5.
Ori Gilday was not part of the 2025 USA roster. Was there in 2024. Shot on net, glove down by Anne Renee. Didn't get there. Desbiens plays it with her stick. Causing some havoc down there as Poulin finds Malte to center for Jocelyn Larocque. One further to Stacey. In comes Laura Stacey. On net, stopped by Frankel.
Are ahead of you.
And now she's got a statue in her own hometown, so that's when you know you've made it.
When you know you've made it.
Harvey has a lane, taps it off to Barnes, who tries for the one-timer. Barnes looking again, passes it off. Harvey in front, deflected, they score! Team USA gets on the board first.
In bunches, and he wants his team to really find a way to shut it down. Make sure there aren't sort of compounded mistakes in the game. We saw it in Buffalo. We saw it last game here in the opening game of Edmonton. So some big shifts ahead here for the Canadians.
Abby Murphy getting credited with the goal, her 6th of the series. Chance to Gardner in the slot! Canada responds, courtesy of Brianne Gunner.
And that's also good structure, good posture right in the neutral zone to be able to turn that puck over, but you got to get going the other way, and Brianne Jenner driving the mid lane.
Jenner becomes the 13th player to hit the 50 career between these two teams in the province of Alberta. 4 wins for Canada, 4 wins for USA.
You see Sarah Villiers, he was back in the dot on that second line as that 2C. Playing the flank last game.
Heisey comes in for the United States. Far side pass to Edwards. And she scores. Layla
on Edwards' stick.
So Edwards with the go-ahead goal right now, and they did make the switch, so it is Caroline Harvey's opening goal, and here she comes again as USA getting their offense done. Chases after the loose puck. Larocque finds Laura Stacey. Canada's top line back to work. Poulet caught inside the blue line. Stacey has a look, goes for it, tipped in front, Malte, a game. We're gonna do some dancing by Janicki and Knight. Turnbull able to keep this puck in. Thrown away, it's Emily Clark with an angle. Shot here, stopped by Frankel. Turnbull spot on this 23-player roster. Loose puck, Layla Edwards first on it. As a go-ahead goal right now for USA. Finds Janicki. Shelton chased by Carpenter. Ella Shelton in full speed through center. Tips it off to Jenner. On net it will go. Frankel into the corner. Knight finds Lacey Eden. Here side for Coyne Schofield. Keeps his play going. Finds Steckline into the corner. Panic out in front. Try to feed Lacey Eden with the one-timer. Turnbull. Keller is stopping up Blair Turmo along the red line.
I tell you, that's a really nice play by the youngster in Primera to kick that puck to the middle for the exit.
On net, Desbiens, big stop. Loose in behind, Sims hoping to pick it up. Jenner takes a hit from Sims. Joy Dunn finds the blue line. Caught in and stopped by Desbiens. Down looking for it and into the corner. Shift now for Canada's core. Bilka takes her time, walks to the blue line, walks in, down for Barnes and into the belly. Primerano out there now with Canada, paired alongside veteran Renata Fast. Great pass over to Primerano into the corner. Heisey and Poulin both leave it. Fast tries to pinch in their zone.
You see that puck's working its way low to high a lot of the time, and then everyone's converging on the net. So Renee Desbiens really not seeing a lot of pucks, not getting the sight lines.
Out in front, another look for Gilday, goes for a change. Out comes Kayla Barnes. Back in zone for the United States. Harvey pulls it back. There's a long shift for Canada and trying to capitalize. Bilka works it in. Here comes some agility. The shimmy and the shake from Bilka, guaranteed when she's got room in the offensive zone. Barnes low, toe saved by Desbiens. And Kramer hoping to steer it to safety. Poke check by Barnes. Now it's Bilka. Draws it in. Hannah Bilka blocked in front. Looks like Ambrose.
Line change. I mean, the Canadians are absolutely gassed.
Heisey holding on to control. Looking to go for a skate. Harvey shot. Blocker saved by Desbiens. Pie for Kayla Barnes. Ambrose just tracking Heisey as Harvey tries to shake Emily Clark.
Well, this is if you're the Americans, you want a high danger look, right?
On net and Renee Desbiens, a much needed.
Renee is able to get square to that, to be able to get the whistle and a much needed line change for Canada.
Final minute to go in the second period. Layla Edwards on net, saved by Desbiens.
aggressive as well, and Canada being over aggressive. You got to make sure you know where everyone is on the ice, because that puck gets by, you're giving up a 2v1.
Another look for Janicki, streaming down the right side. On net it will go.
Believe, isn't it?
Right.
I feel like she's been around forever.
Been an integral piece. Made her debut at the international stage at the 2022 Women's Worlds. Now Coyne Schofield breaks free. Coyne Schofield off the post, but will they be able to tuck it home as Debut is out in her crease? Another chance for Coyne Schofield. Stopped by Watts. It just may not be Coyne's night. My goodness. Turnbull the other way to the backhand. Stopped by Franco. Rebound by Clark. Just Kate. Shelton, you talk about growth. You go back to the Beijing final. Shelton did not touch the ice in that gold medal game. Now she's such an integral piece to Canada's blue line. And
Comes the other way, and Blair Turnbull gets a huge look as she drives the net, but Erin Frankel denies.
Fun way to start the third period as Stacey cuts back. Has a lane off the post. Stacey at one end, Coyne Schofield at the other. Both teams around it, making the iron sing in Edmonton. Stacey, another chance, blocked by Kirsten Sims. Watts comes in, great patience, but just can't quite get the shots off. And Skamura takes her to the corner. That's why you got to be careful when it's Haley Skamura out on the ice. Penalty on the way. Knight to Keller. USA in zone. Knight back with possession. Under 30 seconds to go on this power play. Hillary Knight be lacing up for her final Olympic Games into the gloves of Dave Bilka. Another chance denied by Dave. The most recent Worlds. Heisey far side, back door looking for Murphy. Final seconds of this power play. Heisey steps in on net, looking for the rebounds. Back to the point. Fillier to the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Heisey back to the blue line. Gilday will go back for it. Big kill from Canada in this third period. Fillier fresh out of the box on net this game. Clark, Turnbull, and Caitlin Kramer. Kramer will go for a change. Turnbull finds Thompson. Walks the line. Primerano from the blue line. Pad saved by Frank. 2 first-round picks as Malte works up high. Knight to win. High shot into the far corner. Gilday picks it up. On net, pad saved by Dave Bien for their respective teams. Under 9 to go in the third period. We're going to close out the Rivalry Series tonight in Edmonton. Gilday finding Wynn. Delays, finds another angle, and off the backboards, Janicki picks it up. Another long shift for Canada. On net, she scores! Hillary Knight! That's the insurance marker for U.S. well. Thompson gets the shot off, stays balanced, works it along the blue line. Out in front, Turnbull has a lane! Her shot stopped. Stacey out in front, hoping to find Malte. It's tied up by Keller. Pass drops down. Passes it off to Stacey. Low shot and into the near corner. Canada is still looking for their first goal in the third period in this year's Rivalry Series. Another big hit by Stacey, and she's going to get the...
Hey, with O'Neill, because Laura Stacey is in the penalty box. Malte is a great penalty killer. Cuts the ice in half, steers to the vulnerable spot so you can try and close.
Janicki, a tough angle, but she goes for it. Under 45 remaining on USA's power play. Power play has certainly been a story for them over the course of the Winter Olympics. Edwards breaks through the pressure to Hillary Knight. Stopped in front.
You notice that John Bobulewski has deployed this heavier line.
Out goes Dave Bien to the bench. Canada will push. Extra attacker on the ice. It'll be Brianne Jenner for Canada. Empty net. Knight lays it out, and she scores. Hillary Knight, 2 on the evening. Well, USA was the story in this year's Rivalry Series. A 4-1 lead right now in the final seconds of this third period. Eden lands a hit on Primerano. To push and end on a high note. Stacey finds Watts to Ambrose. Empty net for Canada. Fast in the slots. Wide it will go. Watts trying to find